What are some unethical life hacks? This trick has helped me pass a good majority of my college courses. Send out a mass email to the class the day before an exam saying I have just finished my study guide and offer to swap it with other people. Never actually made a study guide. People would send me theirs and I would send them each other's back. Win-win for everyone. Find a partner. Hard, I know. Who is a heavy sleeper. Each night after they go to sleep, slap a nicotine patch on them. Take it off before they wake up. They will become addicted to nicotine, and should they break up with you, go through massive withdrawals. If everything has gone to plan, they will associate this feeling with their newfound freedom and come back to you. There's clothing that allows you to do virtually everything. Want to do graffiti? Wear one of those white paperish overalls. Steal a street sign. Carry a toolbox. Dress like a mechanic and you're good to go. Dress up like a technician. Walk into an office. Tell somebody you were told to take that PC. You can just walk out with it. Never underestimate how little people question the uniform. Promise a generation the technology they've been dreaming about for decades. Host a successful Kickstarter. Sell out. Profit. In order to be a good liar, you need to convince everyone that you are a bad liar. That's my secret. I'm always lying. When meeting someone, tell them you are twice as far away from them as you actually are, and are willing to meet halfway, or a block away from where you currently are. If you're in a crowd and need to get through, yell "I'm gonna puke." To dominate someone in conversation, stare at their forehead questionably. You're welcome, Reddit. Spread my wisdom far. When buying something on Craigslist, I use my spam email to lowball the seller by a lot. Then I use my regular email to give a reasonable offer that is still a good amount under the asking price. I almost always have my offer accepted. Don't call in to work sick. Call in saying that you have family problems. That's the end of the discussion. The weirdest I've heard of is rich moms hiring handicapped people to go to Disney with them so they and their children can skip all the lines. The first trick I learned in the FBI. If you're on a stakeout and you want someone to stop looking at you or think you're not looking at them, pick your nose. They immediately turn away and think you're just some jerk picking his nose. If you need a phone charger, go to a hotel and tell them you forgot your phone charger in the hotel. They'll pull out a box full of them. Take your pick. If you want to sound sick when calling into your work, lie on your back while hanging your head over the edge of the bed. You will sound congested. If you're doing something you shouldn't, confidence is key. You can just walk out of a store holding what you stole and be fine if you know how to act and have a basic knowledge of how the store works. Bonus: trespass with an orange safety jacket. Nobody questions the orange safety jacket. This type of thing happened at the local country club. Two guys walked in dressed as repairmen and just lifted a brand new 60-inch plasma off the wall and took it away. Nobody said anything because they thought they were supposed to be there. They got away clean. Hotel concierge services are for everyone. In any city in the world, just walk into an international chain hotel and ask away. Ask for directions. Have them make restaurant reservations for you. Get general advice. You can also store luggage for free at many hotels. Most places will just give you a claim ticket for your luggage and, especially if it's a bigger hotel, won't ask for a room number. If either the concierge or bill staff ask for a room number, just say that you're checking in later with a friend. Her name is Kate, but the reservation might be under her husband's name. You're meeting him for the first time and OMG, this is so embarrassing. I can't remember his name. For college students, torrent your book's PDF rather than buying the textbook. The only unethical thing here is how much textbooks cost. When career hunting, flagging Craigslist posts as spam after applying, or taking down flyers for a position, like at a college campus, cuts down on the competition. If you're a teenager and you're up to no good, tell your parents what you are actually doing. They will take it as sarcasm and stop questioning you. I never lied once in high school and I had a damn good time. Want free admission to Six Flags? Tell them you are buying a season pass, but not staying in the park that day. They will ask for collateral, usually a credit or debit card. They will give you 30 minutes to come back, or they will charge your card the full price for admission. Walk into the park, Walk around for a few minutes. When you leave the gate they stamp your hand with that awesome black light readable only re-entry stamp. Go get your collateral back from the ticket booth. Then you can walk right back up to the re-entry gate, show them your stamped hand, and viola. Free park admission. I lived in upstate New York with a friend for a year. We didn't know any people really. Test drove a truck to move a couch. When we finished, I said I like it but I have to discuss with the missus. I've got your card. I used to keep a cup from McDonald's in my car at all times. And whenever I was driving and wanted some soda I would just walk in any McDonald's and refill my cup. I did this for weeks. I probably missed the boat on this one, but here goes anyway. When I was going to college I would walk over to Whole Foods and get some of their most expensive grass-fed bone and ribeye steaks from the meat counter. The butcher would wrap them up and slap a price tag on them. If I was getting meat for a BBQ this was sometimes upwards of $200. Then I would walk over to the bulk grains, put the meat on the scale, and hit print for something like oats. I'd cover the existing label on the meat with my much cheaper oats label, and proceed to self-checkout. It would ask you to scan the barcode, and then place the item in the basket. It would register the appropriate weight as both labels were from the weight of the meat. Then I'd pay 88 cents for 6 steaks and leave. I probably did this 25 times without arousing any suspicion. When I know I'm going late to be for something, I'll call ahead and tell whomever I'm meeting that I was just pulled over for speeding. Thus giving myself an excuse for being late, and demonstrating my commitment to whatever it is I'm late for. Only works once, but it usually works pretty well. I probably posted this too late and it will get buried. If only I hadn't been pulled over on the way to post this. A lot of people are asking about the ticket. I guess I forgot to mention that the cop just issued a warning. He was pretty nice about it. Not sure about all chain theaters but this is a sure bet at any AMC after buying a ticket and walking past the concessions. Head to any trash can. Stay with me here. Try to find an empty large soda cup and or popcorn bag. Take this to the counter and ask for a free refill. They will take the old bag or cup and throw it out, thank God, and fill a new one, with refill repeating in bold around the rim. They do this to prevent people from getting more than one refill, but it's a surefire way to grab free food in a super expensive theater. Another life hack. Don't let your date see you do it. I used to work for AMC, but Reddit is reminding me that many different AMCs have different policies with their refills. Please be discerning when routing through garbage in a movie theater. It's very awkward to say no. If you go to a fast food place for example and you simply lie and say that there was a Big Mac missing from your order during lunch rush and that your receipt got thrown away with your meal, they'll give you another one. McDonald's is very customer service driven. You can finish your Big Mac, take the empty wrapper to the counter, tell them it wasn't good, and they'll likely just give you another one. They're not in the business of alienating customers over a couple patties. Ronald's in the long game. He's got you for life. I know a guy who used to get free meals all the time. I'm not condoning it, but it worked. He would find a chain restaurant, like an Olive Garden or Applebee's or such, and call them during the day to ask what manager was on duty that night. Then he'd call during dinner and ask to speak to the manager by name. Hi. Dave. Yeah, this is Mr. Madubnameski, from a city that's not this city. I'm not sure if you remember me, but about 8 months ago or so I was in there with my wife, and the meal just wasn't up to par. You said if I was ever in town again to give you a call and Dave won't give an F, he's not invested. He doesn't get dividends for breadsticks or anything. He just wants to get through his shift so he can hopefully get a job from the hostess in a booth in the back after they close. He doesn't remember you, but he doesn't care. And even if he did, does he really remember what happened 8 months ago? No, because he just wanted to get through his shift so he could hopefully get job from the hostess in a booth in the back after they closed. And that's how he ate a lot of his meals. Had a whole notebook with dates and codes and stuff. Very organized. Always book your hotel room with the prefix of doctor. When the morning crew pre-assigns rooms for that day's arrivals, they are likely to put you in a nicer room to avoid an unhappy pretentious doctoring about being next to the elevator. Also, if you call a hotel and they are booked for the weekend, Just call back later and book your arrival day on Thursday with a departure day of Tuesday. Hotel reservation systems are designed to turn away 2-night stays in favor of 3, 4 or 5-night stays. So just call the hotel back later and make the adjustment to your current reservation for just the days that you want. Make your arrangements directly with the hotel when possible to avoid any robotic responses from a central reservations department. What's your unethical life hack? Leave it in the comments below.